fullback, the position everyone forgot until now. Hunter Luepke isn't just another name on the roster, he's a throwback, a Swiss Army knife with a lineman's heart, a bridge between the backfield and the trenches. For too long, he was underused, regulated to check downs, mop-up duties, or invisible roles. But that's changing. In 2025, Brian Schottenheimer is reintroducing the fullback to Dallas, and Luepke is the tip of the spear. Insert blocks, motion sets, counter lead. This is the missing piece, the subtle shift that could raise the entire run game ceiling. And in this video, we will break down the film to show why this should have happened a long time ago. So here we go. We're gonna go over some of the insert blocks that that Luepke has done in the past, but really he was very much so underutilized. I would say this going through the film, I went over almost every game from last season and the season before. We mainly used him only in the passing game, but as far as run game, he came in as a 12. It's either 12 personnel or 21. Of course, he is a fullback, but sometimes we use him as an extension of the tight end room as well. So right here, you will see the very first play. We're just gonna have a simple insert. And what Luepke does is just a good job of sifting up to these to this plus defender. I believe this is I think it's, you can say this is the strong safety coming up in a box for, you know, just emulating just a 7-man box. But him coming in, getting inside out on this block is going to prove very beneficial in this play right here. So let the play run. Here he is right here. There we go. Show it one more time. He's sifting up. Bah! Get a nice look. And drives the feet one more time just to show it. Gets inside out. Just comes in with a clean base. Hat is play side. Love that hat being play side. Gets squared up on the defender. Drives the feet. And look, Rico Dowdle notices that, man. His guy is working. Look, we got the tight end. The tight ends is not even inside out on his block. But look at Luepke continue to run the feet. You know what I'm saying? It just creates a good, you know, gain for your said running back to get the yardage, man. That was a great hard run and a great hard block. So here's the very next play, probably one of my favorite plays from Hunter Luepke during the season. We're gonna get some type of stretch action. I don't know about y'all, but I get excited when we get in some type of, you know, heavy personnel. We in some 21 personnel, you know what I'm saying, or 12 personnel, because, you know, like I said, actually this is 22 personnel because we have 2 tight end sets I'm seeing right here, and we get in that I formation. As a former lineman, I get very excited. This is the offset I right here because he's not, you know, directly. You know, we should know basic formations, but stretch action here. What he's doing right here is just going out here and being a literal lead block and escort or vanguard, as you saw in the video. And it's going to go out here and he's basically just reading. He's being a real enforcement, you know what I'm saying, shearing up any blocks that maybe guys folding off. But we just trying to lead the way for Rico Dowdle here and make sure that whatever yardage it was supposed to be without him there, we're adding an extra 2 or 3 yards here if we are doing our job. So look what he says it right here. Here he goes. Look at him go out there, reading, rating, waiting. Look, number 5. Oh my God, gets him a pancake. Beautiful right there. Let's rewind that, man. Gotta rewind that. This is, like I said, this man embodied. He has a lineman heart. A lineman heart. Let him get out there again. Oh my God. And look at the hole that creates. That right there springs the play right there. That's just beautiful. One more time, man. Let me start it all the way back. Man, beautiful right there, man. Here's another play right here. This is from 2023. Hey, man, shout out to my brethren, man, and Boss Cowboy for highlighting this game for me. I mean, I found it. You feel me? Here's a play we ain't had in a while. This is a draw action play in a heavy personnel with the fullback hands in the dirt. And what he's going to do here, he's going to, of course, it's draw action. So we're showing pass with the offensive line, inviting guys upfield, and he's doing like a fake, you know, scan, you know. So he's going to inch over a little bit here, and then he's going to insert behind this guard in this A gap and gonna get inside out on this linebacker. But the way he sells it and the way he inserts, chef's kiss when I say that is perfect fullback play, perfect lead blocker play. And this is what I can't wait to see. I hopefully Shotty went back years to see this right here. Here he goes right here. Sifs. Look at that. That's physical right there, man. Physical. Beautiful play right here. Like I said it again. Bob. Oh my God. Gets inside out. Look at the block, man. Look at him. Hat play side. I love him running his feet. He's a very physical fullback. And like we don't get to see that from him right here. Like he can be one of the great fullbacks in the league. This is one of the best run defenses in the league in your Bills. And we remember like in a game where we needed to run the ball and settle down Dak because he was having a very tough game. This is something we should have leaned on, getting that heavy personnel and let the big guys just come in and feel it, man. But I can't wait. Shotty, take notes. Here he is again in the up back, and we're in heavy personnel again. Shout out to Ezekiel Elliott back there. I know most Cowboy fans don't want to hear that name, but I don't care. When he was in the game and Hunter Luepke was lead blocking, it was positive yardage. Keyword, positive yardage. We're winning the yards per carry battle. Here he is again. He's just inserting, coming B gap, getting inside out. I love that he does that because when he does that and he stays square on the blocker, we're giving our running back a two-way go, especially if we run our feet as well. So this is here he goes. Teacher's tape. This is teacher's tape right here with the guy right here. Bah, gets inside out, runs the feet. He should have I want him to stay on that block just a tad bit longer on that play, but I love it. I love it right there, man. Does his job. Here's another example here. All right, we're doing some type of insert play, but this is some duo action. This is actually a gap scheme run. I wanted to point out why we need to have him lead blocking because he's just a smart player. So let me show you what's gonna happen here. Okay, he's just a very smart player. Steele and Hoffman are comboing, right? They're trying to go to the ID, most likely the guy we marked as the Mike or the Mike linebacker. But he's supposed to be inserting in between the B gap or just off these guys. So upon attack, these guys are going to be moving and we're going to be moving and this guy is going to commit to this gap. Okay. He's going to commit to this gap. So Luepke and Steele are sifting up to the next level free, but this guy comes in hard this gap and these two guys both overrun it. But seeing that he has nobody to block right here, he comes back to the first level and secures the first level and actually gets a positive game right here. So this is the smartness we're talking about right here. Like this is very smart. Let me show you what he does. Here he goes. Like I said, the guy moves away. Okay, we're sifting up. Look, him and Steele. Let me rewind it. Him and Steele. Can't find work. What he does? Turn back. Secures the first level. That was a very key block because most people don't understand right here. If he doesn't do that, like Cooper DeJean, it's not Cooper DeJean, but Zach Vaughn right there can easily fall off and make that tackle right there, especially with the trash that's happening up front, with the offensive line. It's very unpredictable. They're trying to take care of the second level, you know what I'm saying? And Rico Dowdle does a good job of keeping it free, and him turning back like this is a beautiful block right there. Very smart block. Now I'm gonna put some plays in here where he's going against versus the best. I'm telling you, when he was inserting, he had some whips, but I'm telling you right now, the reason why we are pushing for this more because when this guy was inserting and lead blocking, even versus the best linebackers, he's coming down. Fred Warner, Hunter Luepke gonna meet in this gap. And we don't care about Fred Warner's, his name and everything like that. Yeah, I'm Hunter Luepke. I'm a fullback. You might not know my name, but guess what? You put your pants on the same exact way I do. And that's what the mindset that Hunter Luepke comes from. That's what he embodies. And look at this play right here. Bah! Gets him up out of there. We don't miss this play right here because we lost the game, but I don't care. We're watching the film for a reason. We're going to highlight the plays where we do good. Fred Warner, one-on-one. Bah! Gets him up out of there. Uproots Fred Warner up out of there. Creates positive game. It's a wall for our heavy power back. Getting our power back, ahead of steam. Bah! On Fred Warner. Takes the linebacker out of there. Good job. Here he is again. Coming in. It's just, and everyone's blocking down. He's coming in. Off him, getting inside out as a small kick out block right here on this guy. Need to get a good pop. needs to block him with his outside shoulder on this guy's inside shoulder, so we can force this guy and shield him this way. You know what I'm saying? So need technique here. Let's see if he does it. Need technique here. Let's see if he does it. Here we go. Runs it. Good job. I wish you stayed there just a tad bit longer, but he gets inside out on it. It's a hard guy you're meeting with, but guess what? That initial pop, I'll take that. Follow behind. We need some more bursts from my running back, man. Get through there. You know what I'm saying? It's a small game, but guess what? He does that. We have very much trouble blocking the end man in a lot of scrimmages, especially with our tight ends last year. Rare spot to see Hunter Luepke. He's actually one of the guys that had a positive spot of blocking ends last year. Here's another stretch play right here. We're going this way. Going this way again. Stretch action, outside run. If you got Hunter Luepke leading you, just follow the way. And you're going to see exactly what he does on this play right here. Gets the inside out block. Stays square. Boom. We're off to the races. Giant run right here for Rico Dowdle right here, man. Once again, I can't express enough how he can exactly react quickly and pivot fast from his original responsibility, and actually contribute and shielding off when he needs to shield off. So like, he's supposed to be lead blocking here, right? But this guy's going to shoot this gap. He's going to beat Terrence Steele to the mark, and he's going to be a leakage through. But he's going to be slow playing it, and he's able to pick up the leakage. Look what happens when he picks up the leakage and sees the guy, and actually is a big part on why this run actually hit. Look. Bah! Gets him inside out too. Hits him right in the gut. Here we go again. Like, just watch that from the beginning. Shoots him, beats him there. Like, he saves Terrence Steele's, man. He saves him right there in a great pop. Saves the running back. Gives the running back enough time to redirect and everything like that. And look, that's the lane. Smart of him for see that though. Like, the guy is inserting. It's very smart for him to see that. Here he is again. He's going to insert on the end of this line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? And insert on this defensive end. Great technique right here. He's going to get inside out. And look what he does. We need this block because we're blocking down to the left. And he's going to need to be the cutoff of the defensive end, and he does that beautifully. Here we go again. Let's run it. Bah! Gets right inside out. Beautiful. Let me see it one more time. Notice how he attacks with his outside shoulder onto that defensive end, making sure that he's staying square and the defender does not cross his face. So he gets back in, because it's important, because that's the lane that we're trying to cut back on. We don't want to wash him with the trash. Bah! Great job. Runs his feet, creates a 10-yard gain damn near. Now, I wanted to add some of his college film in here because I just want to make sure and remind everyone the pedigree he comes from. If y'all don't know, Connor Riley is, he comes from a very physical coaching background. The schooling he comes from, everyone knows he came from Kansas State, but I kept telling y'all about the university that we really need to put respect on, and not a lot of people know about it. But it's the biggest school in the FCS, and their name is North Dakota State, the Bison. Okay, even Clayton Adams, he didn't directly coach at this university, but a lot of the same pedigree and the runs he wants to do, like, there is very similar to this. So like I said, Clayton Adams and Connor Riley, like how they are a match made in heaven. This is not Hunter Luepke, lead blocking, but I just want to show you the different runs that he was doing back in the day. Look at his direct snap. Look at that. It's almost like 3 fullbacks out there. I just want to let y'all know that right now. Like, this is the attitude type football they were playing. This is the ultra heavy set. There's little to any wide receivers on this field. This is the type of football we were playing, and they're gonna run what? Power with like 2 different. They carry 5 fullbacks on the field, and the most athletic fullback is getting the ball. Head of steam. Like, this is the attitude that they were playing with in North Dakota State. Here's another run. Look at this. Power. Just I formation handed to Luepke. This is the stuff he used to deal with. Like, this is the attitude he comes from. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the attitude he comes from, man. Here he goes again. Another one. Out in space. Look at Luepke, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the pedigree he comes from. This is what we got to, make sure to remind people of, man. So, Hunter Luepke, great film, man. Great film study. He might warrant 2 different videos because I think he's the marriage between the run and the pass. But I just want to put on display his lead blocking ability. His lead blocking ability, as you can see from college, we probably recruited him on his ability to carry the ball and be a power back. But if you can see the improvement he has made as being in the league for 2-3 years already, and he's so fundamentally sound. He's already a weapon with the ball in his hand. I feel like I agree with the narratives that have been out there that he's been heavily underused. When I was looking through the film, you're more than welcome to go see the film yourself as well. And if you want screenshots for the proof, I'll send y'all that. But when you go on there, when he was on the field, him being on the field, 90% of the time in the entire season was him in passing situations or passing downs, and we were using him as a glorified check down, and running some routes that he would as a tight end. When in reality, we are completely missing the thing he's very much so been improving the most here in Dallas, and that is his lead blocking ability, his physicality. And I feel like what Schottenheimer wants to do as far as run game wise, what I've been seeing in the training camps already, him being motioned across the field, like him counter is going to be involving him plus the guard plus a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be beautiful, especially if we can put that on display. That is something we cannot overlook on this team, man. So listen, y'all, if you love this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the video. Subscribe for more content. Comment down below your excitement level. Do you feel like Hunter Luepke was undervalued? Just some more tidbits on the fullback position. Y'all know we're gonna learn football here. We're going to celebrate football here, and it's gonna be real. Shout out to Hunter Luepke. He's a extension of the offensive line, and you know who we do this for. We do this for the first blame and the last congratulated, man. Peace.